I was up last night arguing with a woman who was a libertarian. Now, I didn't come to any conclusions. I was open-minded. I let her into my sphere. First thing, I don't know, I befriended her about 3 weeks ago. Libertarians think they're Republicans. They think they're Republicans that know more than you do. It's okay. So her name was Spinoza. I asked her if she was related to Spinoza. She said, well, she doesn't believe in God like Spinoza. Yeah. Well, you see, the thing is, that isn't true. Spinoza did believe in God. He believed in God like, say, Thomas Jefferson did. He was a deist. He believed that God was material, similar to Einstein. So from the get-go, she was completely arrogant, but also ignorant. But I'm there to be her friend, to explain to her stuff, you know, she didn't know. So I filled her in, let her go. And of course, she did not admit to her own ignorance. Fine. All right. So the next thing, she pastes all these new wave music stuff. Very stuff that I really didn't like growing up. Like the stuff that I avoided when I was a kid. Some of it, I repasted a few. But for the most part, I'm not crazy about it. That's the stuff that they played at gay bars. Yeah, so that's okay. I told her what I liked. Told her I didn't like her music. We can still get along. Let that go. Next. She said she had a lesbian relationship and she supported gay marriage and defended it. That's okay. I allow different opinions. Of course, she assumed that I hate gay people, which I don't. Just against gay marriage, just like Obama, just like every other major thinker. But you know, she assumed things about me, something that I didn't assume about her. Let it go. Next, I noticed she was friends with a Nazi, Steve Gresh, the libertarian. I noticed on her profile. I let it go. You know, somebody wants to be friends with a Nazi, you know, who am I to judge, you know? Maybe she doesn't know he's a Nazi. You know, okay, let it go. Next. She says she has nothing in common with Steve Gresh. Of course, I came to her. I said, listen, Steve Gresh is a Nazi, you know. He's like, oh, I support a two-state solution. What 2 states are you talking about, lady? There are 2 states. There are many states in Israel. Okay, there's Hezbollah, there's Hamas, there's there's Hamas, there's Hezbollah, there's Fatah. What 2 states are you talking about, lady? Oh, the one that you want to exist, but they don't want to exist together. So, what 2 states are you talking about? Saudi Arabia and America? Are those the 2 states in Israel that you're talking about? No. Okay, so we got a difference of opinion. Not everyone's going to believe what I believe, so I let it go. That's okay. We can have differences. Let that one go. Then I noticed she started posting Truth 9/11 stuff on her profile. Alex Jones. She started posting Alex Jones. I left a few comments just to try to correct her, because I still gave her the benefit of the doubt. I defriended her. I'm sorry. All right, you can insult my religion. You can be totally ignorant on some philosopher. You can disagree with me over gay marriage. You can like different music. But when you deny the reasons for 9/11, I'm sorry, it's over. It's been debunked. But she's a Los Angeles Rosie O'Donnell freak. She literally believes what Rosie believes. I mean, Truth 9/11 has been debunked. The only people that believe in Truth 9/11 at this point, if you don't know what Truth 9/11 is, they think that there was a Jewish cabal behind and an American conspiracy behind 9/11, and that a bunch of crazy Muslims were not behind just killing all those New Yorkers. Now, I was in New York. I know everyone that was in New York. I know just about all the Israelis. I knew the guys that they accused, that the Truth 9/11 people accused of being behind. There was a moving company, and those guys, they didn't. They couldn't. They didn't have the ability to manipulate anything. If they really had money behind them to cause some conspiracy, they would have advertised with me because I was selling advertising. They couldn't afford that. They were broke. If they really were manipulated by the Israeli government, they would have had money, but they didn't. I knew that moving company. So anyway, yeah, there's a limit to what. Yeah, at a certain point, I just was like, this woman's a nut. I can't handle people that think 9/11 was a Zionist conspiracy. And it's funny, it didn't come out at first. I just kept on denying, I don't believe what Steve Gresh. You know, any guy out there that has 3,000 plus friends on Facebook and doesn't run a major corporation, if they have 3,000 friends, there's a reason. They're running a cult. Anybody that's friends with that person, Steve Gresh, remember that name. Guy's a Nazi. Okay? He's not a libertarian. He doesn't believe what Ayn Rand believed in. Rand was a Zionist. Rand supported Israel. These libertarians, these are just convenient libertarians. This guy, Steve Gresh, if you meet somebody on Facebook that's friends with Steve Gresh, you just know. You can jump to a conclusion now. These are 9/11 truthers.